Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 126, our trade deadline special.
Woo!
Yeah, we need like theme music for that one.
I do. I looked at the Philly for now. His little tongue.
The Philly Fanatic tongue. You have to break out your flute and give us some theme music.
Okay.
Hey, nobody wants to see you chew like a cow. All right, so I am lucky enough to be going to the Friday Night Fights thing to go see Dave Schultz and Moose DuPont and
That's child abuse.
yes, and one of my favorite nicknames of all time, Stu the Grim Reaper Grimson. How cool is that?
A what now?
He's the Grim Reaper, Stu Grimson.
His name's Stu.
His name is he's a big man. I wouldn't say that to him. Stu is a very manly name, like the big dude. So. We will cut to the chase. Plus, you could care less about other teams anyway. You only care about the Flyers. So there are a lot of good shows out there. Chris Mayer's doing one. A lot of good shows you'll see on the whole draft. But we're just gonna focus on the Flyers. So the Flyers. Let's double check. Okay. So the big move obviously was Sean Walker.
Mm-hmm.
So they moved him to Colorado and got back a first.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fantastic. Now they had to take on a bad contract because I've been saying all season, I don't think Walker was worth a first by himself. They took on a sweetener. We'll see what they do with Johansson. Danny's saying he's not even going to send him to the Phantoms. They may buy him out. They may try. I guess they didn't move him, but I think he might end up just getting bought out for the next 2 years. But we'll see what happens. But the big thing is Danny did what happened to get another first. Because while in a rebuild, first-round picks are important, even late ones, because Colorado's is going to be late, but still, it gives you assets to trade. So, first of all, my checklist for the draft, pick up another first. Success. Got that done. Moves he didn't do that he could have. What do you think? No?
No.
Lawton.
Oh, true. Mm-hmm.
So, Scott Lawton's still here. This is right at the deadline, so if something rolls in, I apologize. But Scott Lawton's still here.
Sorry, my brain went blank there.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Which I'm happy with. Now, look, I said yes. I definitely said I would have traded him if the offer rolled in. If you could have gotten, I didn't think you'd get a first, but maybe it's in a package with a first, or maybe if you got a second and third, maybe. But I get it. The team's pushing for a playoff spot. Scott's beloved. He certainly does a lot of things. It wasn't a have-to move. It was if you got the right deal, move him. I guess the right deal wasn't out there, so I'm fine. The other person they could have moved that I am very happy they didn't was Nick Seeler.
Yeah.
So Seeler leading the league in block shots, 30 years old. So granted, yes, he is older. However, he's barely played 300 NHL games. Like he doesn't have the mileage that a lot of 30-year-olds do, which is something that people are leaving out. He got a 4-year contract, which granted 3 is ideal. But it was being reported he was going to be over $3 million, and he's got less than that. So if you got to give the 4th year to get him for a little less with the cap going up, I'm 100% fine with the contract. I mean, okay, I'm 95% fine with the contract. It would have loved it to have been 3 years, but for the dollar amount, I'm loving that Sealer's back. You need a guy like people think like the high end prospects. I mean, everybody in the Torch system has to block shots, but Oliver Bunk is not out there going to lead the league in block shots. You know. He's going to block shots, but you need a guy like this. You need a warrior. He's also a good fighter. He'll stand up for the young kids. You know, I know fighting is not what it used to be, despite wearing this. But you still need a guy who has no problem dropping the gloves, standing up for other people, blocking shot. Like, Sealer's one of those guys. He's also, by all reports, beloved in the locker room. So people just think, I'll just get another dude. Well, that doesn't always work. Another dude doesn't always have the right chemistry. Another dude, look at Tony DeAngelo last year. I mean, he was super nice to you, but disaster in the locker room, you know? So, you can't just always just get another dude. So this guy works. The money's fine. You know, the contract's a little long, but he certainly brings it back, and I like Sealer. I think he's a vital part of the club, and so does the organization. So Sealer and Lawton staying, that's good. Walker moving for first, it's good. I hope they give Ronnie Attard a real chance to play in Walker's spot. He looked good last night as they beat Florida. It's a big win. I'm very excited for that one.
Oh.
Yeah?
The announcements. They played, the 76ers song, and they were playing, the Phillies, song when it was season then, and all that. And Mr. Allen, he put a complaint, and was like, but y'all don't play, the Flyer song, right? So now, today they played Orange and Black.
There you go.
Speakers for announcements.
Very nice. Shit, gotta represent. Not to mention, we're going to the playoffs.
Also, he asked a kid, who was wearing a Flyers hoodie. He was like, what's the name of the song that's like the Flyers like theme song? And he didn't know, but I knew.
You make me so proud. So proud. So sadly, this one I didn't get a chance to tell you. The Flyers traded Wade Allison.
Oh no!
I know.
You love Wade.
I do love Wade Allison. The fan of me loves Wade Allison. The analyst in me, I get it. Wade just wasn't going to fit here. For some reason, him and Torts, even though I thought he'd be a Torts kind of guy, for some reason, him and Tortorella just didn't get along. You put him down in the minors this year. For like 2 weeks, Wade pouted, and then he's actually been playing really well. And every Phantom fan I know loves him. Wade's got a personality and a half. Like, I love the kid. He does have injury problems. I do get it. So, in hockey, sometimes you draft a kid, he's got skills, and it just doesn't work out for whatever reason, whether it's the playing style or the coach or I don't know. But they've traded him for a guy that didn't work out for the Dallas Stars. Former first-round pick, did score 20 once, and then has kind of been in the AHL this time. I don't know much about him. Not going to pretend I do, other than he was a first-round pick and had one good season. This is what's called a change of scenery trade. Hopefully Wade does better where he goes, and hopefully the guy they brought in maybe can find his career. Wade is going to, is it Nashville or Dallas? Hang on one second. So, Nashville. So, and then they brought in another guy who, so we'll see how it works out. But I wish Wade all the best. I absolutely love the kid. He did your show in the summer, super friendly. I get the trade, but one of those guys I like that I'm definitely gonna miss. But we'll see what the new guy brings in. Let's see, and then the last big one was bringing in Erik Johnson. So as far as I remember, no Flyer currently on the roster had a cup. Like, it never has their name on the cup. I still think having a guy with a name on the cup in the locker room matters. They brought in Erik Johnson, who won it with Colorado. He's had a long career. They got him from Buffalo for a 4th-round pick. I'm fine with that. A 4th-round pick is not hurting the future of the club. Most 4th-round picks never see the NHL, don't play 10 NHL games. Some don't even get signed. Yes, you can strike gold occasionally, but it's basically like giving away a lottery ticket that you won $2 on.
Yeah.
It's good you won. It's good you have one. It's not making or breaking you for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the way I look at it. However, they've brought in a guy with a cup, with experience. Now, he's no longer the player he was in his prime. Don't get me wrong. But the Flyers have a ton of injuries on the back end right now. They're missing half their defense.
Yeah.
This guy can still play. I hope it doesn't take Adder's spot.
How old is he?
He's either 31 or older.
Okay.
Like, he's old.
Yeah.
He may retire at the end of the year. Like, this is the end of his career.
Okay.
But it happens. All teams like veteran depth. Coaches like veterans. We'll see how much he plays. I mean, I thought Mark Stahl played his best game of the season last night. However, I don't think Mark Stahl's had a very good year. Options aren't a bad thing for a 4th-round pick. It doesn't, if Danny was out there throwing out firsts and seconds to try to bring some scoring for the rest of the year, then I'd have a complaint. And then the people that want to see the Flyers grow would have a complaint. He didn't do that. A 4th for veteran defense, fine.
Yeah.
And cup winning and an expiring contract. So all good things.
Guess what?
Yeah.
G's coming to the play tonight.
Very cool.
We love G.
Yes, we love G, and we are excited that you're gonna go have a play. So I'm going to the Friday night fights, and you and your sister and your mom and G are going to go see a play.
Yeah. Our local high school's doing a play.
Which is cool. I'd love to go, but I really want to go see Craig Berube. So, yeah. I think that's pretty much it. You good?
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty good.
Well, thank you very much for watching our trade deadline special. The now thing is, just let's root for the playoff hunt. New Jersey was a seller. Washington was a seller. So it's really just Tampa and the Islanders. Like, the field narrowed down today, which is great. Flyers were playing great. Harrison's playing great. Oh, that was the other thing. They didn't pick up another backup goalie. Oh. So I'm good. I want to see Sandstrom play. You want to see the kids play? I mean, he's not a kid, but you want to see the younger guys play? Let him play. He's going to get 4 or 5 more games. Let's see if Sandstrom,
Peterson's still here.
He's down with the Phantoms.
Okay. Oh, he's down with
Yes, they flip flopped.
Ah.
They were giving Peterson the shot till he gave up like 7 in that game we watched. Then it was time, and then Sandstrom played well in his. So hopefully Sandstrom keeps it up for another 4 or 5 games that he's going to have for the rest of the season. I think Erickson played fantastic against the Florida Panthers last night. So I'm happy they didn't pick up another veteran. I know there was talk about Ranta. I put it out on the page. I got to agree with Bill Meltzer on this one. Ranta's just had a terrible season. He's at the end of his career. They could have got him for basically nothing. But there's a reason Carolina waived him. So even though, in this instance, bringing in a vet who was playing terrible may not have been the right thing. Because as goalie, you're out there. At least as a defenseman, you can cut his minutes. You can't hide a goalie if he's playing bad.
No.
So I like that move too. Sometimes not making a move is the right move. I mean, we'll have to see if Sandstrom plays well. If Sandstrom tanks, who knows? But,
That's where we're like, ah.
But at the moment, I would agree with not bringing in somebody else and letting Felix get a shot. So, but that's pretty much it. I gotta get ready for the fights. You gotta get ready for your play.
Yerp.
Are you happy?
I'm happy.
That's all that ever matters to me. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Bye. Oh, my legs hurt.